Bruce Brown, class of 1961, is being recognized as an outstanding alum for his impact in education. Bruce was a special education teacher, history teacher, and coach for over 30 years, finishing his career at Farmington Public Schools. During his extensive career, Bruce calculated he taught over 3,000 students and reached over 1,000 students in soccer, basketball, and track. The nomination letters for Bruce came from former students, parents, peers, family, and friends. Many students spoke of Mr. Brown's love of history. He passed that passion on and ignited a love of history that has lasted a lifetime for them. Parents were often surprised and delighted to witness the newly found love of history that their students exhibited. One former student said, "Mr. Brown made history come alive and taught in a way that was curious. Learning through his teaching was a joy." Another added, "Bruce has a unique ability to give students a sense of ownership in their learning." A former student teacher shared these thoughts. "The value of the wisdom, humor, and knowledge he passed on to me cannot be overstated. I still hope to someday be the educator, to be the great man exemplified by my mentor." Another student added, "I became a teacher because I had a great teacher." It has been said that teachers teach for the outcome, not the income. Bruce's outcomes are truly outstanding as a teacher and a human being. One of his peers shared these insights about Bruce. Bruce has a long history of respect among his fellow peers and students. He was dedicated to instilling the values of integrity, respect, determination, productivity, and excellence. Students always knew they could go to him for assistance, honesty, and advice. He led by example by treating people with respect, lending a hand whenever he could, and taking the initiative when something had to be accomplished. Bruce has also been considered an innovator. He was responsible for adding a number of new classes to the curriculum in order to engage more students. Another nominator wrote, "Bruce strived tirelessly to help his students intellectually. He helped guide them in becoming mature, caring adults. He has led an exemplary life each day in the service to others." Brother Earl Brown added, "When I watched him coach, I could see the respect he had for the student athletes and in turn the respect they had for him." Coaching was a big part of Bruce's life and accomplishments with various championships to his credit. One of his former athletes wrote this description of Coach Brown. "With calmness and intelligence, he listened, questioned, and guided. He never talked down to his athletes, was honest and practical, and always ready with a smile and a hint of laughter in his voice. His techniques taught us to take ownership and responsibility for our role on the team and in our individual performances. He opened the path for the win by careful and thoughtful cultivation, never loud or demonstrative, but commanding respect with his courteous and kind demeanor, while delivering thoughtful and challenging workouts and goals." Bruce's compassion and care for others extends beyond his teaching and coaching. In his community, he works on fundraisers for Neighborhood House, a local charity that helps the area needy pay rent and utility bills. They also maintain a food pantry for local families. He also works each year with the Farmington Hills Goodfellows, who collect and distribute food and toys to the needy in the community at Christmas time. He and his wife Pam host an annual social gathering at their home for family and friends to raise money and food donations for local charities for the holidays. One of the most enduring compliments submitted came from Bruce's grandson, Jason Brown Jr., who stated, "When I think of an outstanding alumnus, my grandpa, Mr. Bruce Brown, is easily first to come to mind. He is truly an outstanding person and one of the best human beings I know. He's a great grandpa to me, but an even better person for the world." Bruce and his wife Pam currently reside in Farmington, Michigan.
I'd like to welcome to the stage Bruce's wife Pam, who will say a few words on Bruce's behalf.
To absolutely no one. It's empty here. Can't see anything. Before I deliver Bruce's comments, which I happily do, Having been a school administrator, I have to say to you, I attended awards like this. This is so beautifully done. I came back from one, and one of my teachers walked in the door with me, and I said, "Larry, how do you feel now?" He said, "I've just been dipped in chocolate." May all of you tonight feel dipped in chocolate. So from Bruce, I say, I'm very appreciative, but also very humbled by this award. Thank you. Adrian was a great place for me and my brothers Earl and David to grow up. The environment fostered independence, self-confidence, and problem solving. And Adrian High School was a great place to learn. It set me on a path to higher education, which led to a rich and fulfilling career. It helped me be curious and always wanting to know more. But beyond this award, the process it allowed for a lifetime affirming reward. I thank my lifelong friend Dick Wynn for taking the time and making the effort to not only submit his application, but to seek out many letters of support from my family, colleagues, students, and friends. These have become my reward. After I was selected, Dick sent my wife copies of the letters. She would read one to me each morning at breakfast. I step aside and say, "Great idea." I was asked to then be in contact with the letter writer to have a conversation and reconnect, and also to thank them for their kind words. I would not get to hear the next letter until I had made that contact. This was a life-affirming exercise for me. The connections, the comments, the conversations made this award come alive and become my reward. I thank Dick Wynn for all his efforts. I'm sure that many, many Adrian High School graduates are deserving of the award. Now they only need a Dick Wynn in their lives.